Hello, I'm Nicole Cunningham-Snell. I'm the Vice President for Leadership Development from Shell, and I've had the privilege of being the chair for the HR Strategy Forum over the last couple of days. We've covered a number of themes and we had some great sessions with a number of presenters from many different companies, very many different sectors, but really two big themes stood out. Unsurprisingly, perhaps, the first was really around the growing impact of AI and technology on our businesses. We looked at how it's impacting recruitment, how it's impacting even coaching, how it's impacting workforce planning. Our second big theme was really around organisational agility and transformation, and how that is really causing us to look even more carefully about how do we play a role in shaping the culture of our organisations, how do we bring to life an employee value proposition that nurtures the right sort of behaviours that we want to see, and an inclusive culture. And at the same time as this, how do we also take care of ourselves during times of organisational change and transformation? We had some other themes we covered, like the apprenticeships and skills, and how do organisations and HR play a role in supporting social value in the communities in which we work. So many rich topics and rich themes. I think perhaps cutting across all of those were a number of things that resonated. First was around how do we make sure that whatever we're doing, we always start with the business in mind. We start with the why and we get really clear on the outcomes that we're trying to deliver. A second big theme is around how do we really use data to drive insight, and how do we get really conscious about the right metrics to make sure that we're encouraging the right outcomes that are consistent with the strategy that we have. And the third theme that cut across was how do we help our organisations navigate paradoxes. We spoke quite a lot about the paradox of kindness with performance, kindness with transparency. We also spoke about how do we run the paradox of sorting transformation and at the same time driving up belonging as we go through big change and transformation. And then we also looked at how do we also address complexity and bring focus and simplicity at the same time. These were some of the themes of our couple of days. And I think what's also been rich is the way in which this conference has been organised. It's been a super mix of many colleagues, HR colleagues who have different roles and perspectives, but also meeting some vendors who've kindly sponsored this event. And we've had a chance to understand some of the emerging things that we can bring into our organisations to help drive a performance and outcomes that we're seeking to achieve. So a big thanks to the organisers, our media who've arranged the conference, and I hope this has been of interest.